know which fast food operator is serving up yummy results?
Bet you'd like to hear more about the media mogul who's trying to buy a paper that's not for sale.
Or maybe you'd like to find out which high-five stock is celebrating their liquidity along with 599 others.
If you want to get the scoop behind these headlines and tons more, then stay tuned to today's edition of LocatestockTV.
Good morning to everyone out there in Locate Land. I'm Maria Pastori.
And I'm Victoria Branker. Wall Street took a more tentative tone on Tuesday before getting a boost of energy from Rupert Murdoch's takeover bid for the Dow Jones.
We'll have more on the unsolicited offer from News Corp for the company who publishes the coveted Wall Street Journal. But first, here's a look back at Tuesday's trading day. The Dow rose 73 points in a midday rally, while the Nasdaq rose 6.5 points and the S&P gained 4. Crude oil prices fell 67 cents to $65.04 a barrel on the New York Mercantile Exchange.
Seems the mufflers on all the big automakers were making some noise yesterday, Maria.
They sure were, Vic. Ford Motor Company said U.S. sales dropped nearly 13% below this April from the same month just last year.
And the Chrysler Group said April sales edged up slightly, but only because stronger demand for trucks outweighed lower car sales. Believe it or not, even the Japanese automaker Toyota reported a drop in U.S. car sales this month.
Even though the sales of the automakers were down the month of April, all three started the month of May off with their stock in positive territories.
Ford rose a penny to close just above $8 on Monday, while Daimler Chrysler rose 40 cents or 0.5%, and Toyota's U.S. shares rose 11 cents to settle at $121.53.
Meanwhile, earnings reports came in a bit mixed on Tuesday. Procter & Gamble, the maker of Crest toothpaste and Pampers diapers, reported a 14% increase in its fiscal third quarter profit, due in large part to savings from its Gillette business.
No kidding. Well, it's good to know those $25 Mach 3 Gillette razors I buy are helping the company turn a profit. P&G, which is one of the 30 components of the Dow Industrials, fell $1.44 on the New York Stock Exchange yesterday.
Another strain to the upbeat earnings news came from Circuit City on Monday. The company said it expects to report steep first quarter losses after it withdrew its forecast for the first half of the fiscal year.
The electronics retailer attributed falling TV prices to the loss. Shares of Circuit City dropped 93 cents in Monday's session.
However, Avon Products said its fiscal third quarter earnings surged as revenue increased and as the company cut costs. Shares of the beauty manufacturer rose close to 3% on the New York Stock Exchange yesterday.
Last time Yum Brands was in the news, it certainly wasn't because of their yummy fast food. In fact, it was for reasons that were far less than yummy. The operator of the fast food companies Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut chains came under a great deal of scrutiny in February when rats were caught on video having a fiesta feast in New York City.
But lo and behold, Yum Brands has made a comeback. The company reported a 14% rise in quarterly net profit and raised its 2007 estimate on Tuesday. Shares of Yum rose almost 2% in trading on Tuesday.
That's this Wednesday's major market news. Stay tuned for your local weather forecast coming up next with my beautiful co-host Maria Pastori.
And when we return, we'll tell you what media giant the United States of Murdoch wants to buy now. Hello again, I'm Maria Pastori with today's weather forecast. As you can see, it's a cloudy one out there, boys, and it's going to remain that way for much of this Tuesday. I don't want to brag, guys, but I did tell you that there would be some thunderstorms last night, which there were. And did you see that lightning? Wow. And I hope you remember that your favorite weather girl Maria told you to bring your umbrellas this morning to protect against the light showers during this morning's commute, because I was right again. I don't know, but I think I might be actually getting good at this weather forecasting business. Outside, temperature this morning is currently a brisk 47 degrees, and you can expect temperatures to climb to a high of 61 degrees by this afternoon. Not as beautiful as Monday, but a much better day than the record low of 37 degrees which was reached on this day in 1903, which coincidentally is the same year our boss Johnny was born. This evening should bring clearing skies and northerly winds reaching a mile 10 miles per hour, or about the same speed as Todd Tobacco's fastball. Tomorrow's commute should be a lot brighter than today's, as I am forecasting a sunny day with some partial clouds for tomorrow and a generally spring-like ending to this first week of May. I want to send a special hello to Rich Heffernan at GFI, as well as all my fellow Ranger fans celebrating last night's big win at the Garden. Let's hope the weather keeps cooperating and staying spring-like, and the Buffalo Sabres keep cooperating as well. That's your local weather forecast for today, Wednesday, May 2nd. Now, let's go back to the newsroom for more of today's business headlines. I'm Maria Pastore.